Attack on Titan, you basically watch a group of teenagers spend their time swinging around on grappling hooks while screaming about their feelings and the fate of humanity. One Piece, a pirate anime with so many episodes that if you started watching it now, you could probably finish it by the time you retire. Naruto, a show about a ninja who can't shut up about becoming the Hokage, but spends more time perfecting his angst-ridden flashbacks than his jutsu. Dragon Ball Z, 90% of this show is just screaming really loud and powering up to defeat enemies, no matter how strong they are. Demon Slayer, a show about killing demons and becoming the very thing you swore to destroy, but with pretty animation. Death Note, a show where a high school student with a god complex uses a magical notebook to kill people, proving that giving teenagers supernatural powers is always a terrible idea. One Punch Man, a show where a superhero defeats every enemy with one punch, leaving you to wonder why he bothered showing up at all. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, a show where two brothers use alchemy to try to fix their bodies, but mostly they just end up causing more trouble and getting into elaborate fights. Pokemon, a show where the best way to solve problems is by stuffing animals into tiny balls and making them fight each other. Tokyo Ghoul, a show about a boy who becomes a half-human, half-ghoul hybrid and spends the rest of the series trying to figure out how to eat food without throwing up. 7 Deadly Sins, a show about a group of knights with 7 different sins, including the sin of being too pervy and the sin of being too lazy. Classroom of the Elite, a show about a high school where grades and test scores determine everything, but somehow the students still find time to start their own secret societies and plan elaborate schemes. Chainsaw Man, you basically just watch a man with chainsaws for arms go on a quest for revenge, but instead of using his unique abilities to defeat his enemies, he spends most of his time getting beat up and making bad decisions. Bleach, a show where a teenager becomes a soul reaper and fights spirits, but with so many filler episodes, even the ghosts get bored. My Hero Academia, a show where everyone has superpowers, except for the main character who has to work really hard to earn his powers and still ends up crying a lot.